Happy Sunday evening. I hope you all are having an amazing day. I think we're live. Every time I go live from a studio that I never or normally do not use, I always am like, is my audio go work? Is the camera go work? All these things. So as you guys are tuning in, share with me where you're visiting from. Let me know what you've got going on in your neck of the woods. It looks like we're live. It hasn't popped up on my computer yet, which is always funny. But here I am. So I look good. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. So happy to be here with you this Sunday evening. Y'all. You're in for a treat. This is going to be so much fun. Not only am I live here with you, but tonight kicks off a week all about Canva. I am so excited for this week. It is the Canva boot camp. I don't even know. It's the designer boot camp, y'all. This is going to be an incredible week with your Makers Gonna Learn family. I am so excited. We should have kicked off with a giveaway. So here's what we're gonna do. If you stay till the end, you're gonna be entered to win a giveaway. Even if you're watching the replay, I'll share all the details before we head all out tonight, okay? So I'm super excited. My name's Tanner Bell. I'm the founder of MakersGonnaLearn.com, your digital die cutting platform, teaching you how to master all things Cricut, sublimation, and so much more. We've recently taken on an initiative to teach Canva, and we unveiled that program at Makeathon 2024. So I want to share with you guys everything I know about Canva, everything I know about designing as crafters from the lens of a creative like ourselves, which is what we're going to talk about tonight. I have 5 secrets that are holding you back from your creative potential, and you're going to definitely want to take some notes, so it's going to be so good. But before we dive in, I want to let you guys know something. This week, we have only 100 spots available for if you have not signed up for our Digital Design for Creatives program, or if you have not went ahead and got your bundle, okay? We don't bundle things often, and when we do, it's like insanely crazy prices, to the point where my team was like, Tanner, you're not saving $167, you're saving $267. So I'm gonna go over what that is because that offer is ending right before we launch the Canva course. So all the savings is gone when the 100 spots are claimed. If you've already got your spot, bless you, but there is 100 left at this pricing, okay? So here is the deal for what you need to know. If you have not went ahead and claimed your Makeathon 2025 ticket that comes with your mystery box and the new Canva course, you don't need to walk, you need to run, okay? You need to run over. We have a payment plan available. This is getting you $267 worth of savings if you were to buy it separate, all right? This is the lowest price. This is the lowest price you'll ever be able to get all of the goodness. Better than Black Friday, better than anything, okay? This is the best price. So the Canva course launches June 4th. Then we will already have got you a ticket for Makeathon 2025. It's the first Saturday of March in 2025, so next March. And you've got a mystery box confirmed. What? So good. You won't have to add on a you won't have to add on a mystery box, nothing. You have confirmed yourself a box. They go very fast, so there's that. So when those spots are gone this week, they're gone. I just want to let you guys know, I am so excited because this week we are talking all things Canva. There are a lot of Canva updates happening over the next week or two, so I am so excited to be able to kind of stay up to speed. People have been asking, Tanner, will you be updating the Canva course? The answer is yes. We are going to help answer any of your questions for if you should be a part of digital design for creatives. Y'all, the answer to this question and the reason why I think any of you will benefit from this program is because we're approaching Canva in the Makers Gonna Learn way. So many people this year specifically have came to me and said, Tanner, I love the way that you and your team teach, all right? I love the way that you and your team teach, and I love that, and it means so much to me that people have been very, specific and came out and just like told me that. I need to hear it quite often, and as I was planning kind of like the 5 secrets we're about to dive into, it really reminded me why I am probably the best person to teach this topic, right? About what's holding us back from reaching our creative potential. Because I think a lot of the other members of my team, Courtney, Lauren, Alicia, they're all so creative. And I always find myself like, wait, is it really possible to be that creative, right? And one of the secrets that I'm going to dive into is one that I think I have struggled with, as well as someone like yourself. So it's going to be really, really good. I'm super excited to hang out with you guys this evening. It's going to be so awesome. So hey from Indiana, hey from Nebraska, from the UK, Colorado, South Carolina. Y'all, you are in for a treat. There's going to be such a fun project every day of the week. It's going to be incredible. I cannot even believe that it's boot camp week. It's been kind of like under the radar. We didn't really promote it a ton, so I am super, super, super excited. So we cannot wait to dive in, and we love it, love it, love it, love it. Johnny Seed, you can email customer service if you have any questions. We can take a look at it there for you. Great question. So email hi@makersgonnalearn.com. Okay, so good, so good. Just booked mine, can't wait. Yay, so fun. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's dive in to these 5 secrets. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you about the 5 secrets. If these relate to you, I would love for this to be interactive. I would love for you to kind of chime in with your own input as I dive in to the 5 secrets, as we talk about, all that is possible here. I really want us to kind of look at our designing right now as a baseline, okay? This is the baseline, like where we're at is our baseline. Now we know if we want to get more creative, what do we have to do, right? What do we have to do? We have to raise our baseline, which is why I think the Canva course is going to help so many of you get really comfortable in the program to even feel like your baseline is so easy. Because I don't know about you, but when I am in a program that I don't even understand how to use it or where to go to do different things, my baseline feels really hard. Like me just using a text box is like really hard. And we want it to be really easy. So that's one of the things. So here is what I want to share with you for the first secret. All right. The first secret to what could be holding you back from your full creative potential is number 1, time. Time is holding you back from reaching your true creative potential. And when you say time, Tanner, why? Why is it time? Here is the sneaky thought that is holding you back, that is keeping you from cascading forward and really being able to tackle the next design the next baseline design level that you want to reach, right? Because one thing I am is not someone who wants to stay stagnant, right? I do not want to stay stagnant. So I constantly want to evolve. I constantly want to grow, right? So going back to time, saying you don't have time to start designing or to start exploring something deeper is holding you back from learning or really making time for it. But instead, what I want to challenge you to do is simply use the time you have to start. Because here is my hypothesis on why we're using time to really accomplish our goals, whether it's creating, and you could use this in many facets, right? You could be someone who is designing for fun, right? You are designing just for your own personal projects. You are designing, for that instance, okay? That could be you right now. I love that. Someone that gets to design and create on their own accord is fantastic, and it lights me up, right? It lights me up. That could be you, and this is something you can struggle with, right? Because you're saying, I'm just doing it for fun. I'm just doing it for me. I know how to do baseline, but if I want to design X, I don't have the time for it, right? You feel me? That thought is keeping you from even trying. And if you're doing it for a business, you're like, oh, I could design things like this, but I don't have the time to learn it. Instead, what I think's happening is you have fear, it's underlying fear that is keeping you from even attempting to try a new style, a new technique, a new level, right? Because you're so used to baseline that you don't want to unlock any more creativity because you're just going to stay here, you're comfortable, it's easy. So when you're using time as the reason that you are not trying to do something new, I want to challenge you to double check that it's really not fear keeping you from really trying anything new. And really, if it's not, if you think it's going to take you an hour, right, this is an example, to try something new, and you only have 15 to 20 minutes, I want to challenge you to use the time you have. Use the time you have. Because here's what will happen. If it starts out being easy, or if it starts out being easier than you thought, typically the time objection, the time thought will go away. You'll find more time, you'll make it work, you'll have more fun. But I see so many people, myself included, using time as the reason that I won't even try. I was gifted a sourdough starter. And yes, I've been toying with all my concepts based on the sourdough starter. It's a whole other thing. I have not even attempted to make a loaf of bread. What? I was gifted this starter. I have every tool necessary to make a loaf of bread. But I haven't started because I don't have time. Do you want to know what the real feeling and thought is underlying, under that? It's that I am not going to actually make a loaf of bread, right? So when you're thinking, oh, I don't struggle with that, really ask yourself, are you scared that you won't be able to do it and actually achieve it? So if it's time, I just want you to play with that thought and consider to use the time you have, because I know that making sourdough bread takes time, but also small batches of time. I have time to do it, right? I know I have time. Trust me. I'm in my house playing with my kids majority of the day. I can take some time to do it, right? Kimberly says, I'm going to mess up. Yes, exactly, Kimberly, exactly. I'm going to mess up. It's not going to work out. All of those things, instead of feeling that, instead of addressing it, we're just saying it's time, okay? So that was number one. That's secret number one. If you're ready for secret number two, drop me a 2 in the comments, all right? I'm gonna get a sip of water. So good. If you're just tuning in with us, tonight I just am tackling 5 secrets I see happening to a lot of creatives that is holding them back from unlocking their full creativity. So we're addressing them, we're thinking about them, and I hope from tonight's training, diving into this whole week together, that we'll get to uncover some and have an amazing boot camp. I'm so excited to have boot camp with you guys this week. It's gonna be so fun, giveaways every day, and it's awesome. We also announced that there is less than 100 spots. If you want to get your Make-a-thon ticket, if you want to join the Digital Design for Creatives, the bundle where you get the mystery box, the ticket to next year's craft event, and the course is almost $300 savings. That goes away this week whenever the 100 spots are filled. I've already seen some people grab them since we've been live, so just wanted to let you guys know. So anyway, number 2, this one is something I think we've all struggled with. I want to say, let me look at all of these just to confirm. Number 2 is probably the most practical. This one, I think we all have had this happen. Okay, secret number 2. Trying too hard, and trying too hard in general, meaning when we start designing, we do not allow it to be easy. How can this show up? How can I not allow it to be easy, Tanner? I want everything to be easy. I don't think we really want things to be easy. I think our brains want things to be hard because that means we will have done something good, right? So how do you let it be? How do you make it too hard? By not allowing yourself to get inspiration from others to help inspire your creativity. I think this happens so often, that we are so hard on ourselves that we think everything from scratch should require me to start at bare bones nothing. Not using Pinterest, not using what other people have created as inspiration or a baseline, and we're only allowing ourselves to look at the screen, a blank screen, and we're having to decide, oh, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And I want to tell you and give you permission to let it be easy by using what others have done as a guide, right? As inspiration. You can pull so much out of someone else's work, and you can pick up the concepts you love, you can make them your own, and you can create something brand new that is so much easier to solve for, right? If I'm designing a sign from scratch, it could be so easy to pull in inspiration from another designer, another crafter, and use that as the base, and then ask yourself, how can I make this better? How can I make this my own, right? I love asking myself that question. The way that me and my team do it the most is what excites us the most is looking at stores like Restoration Hardware, West Elm, Crate and Barrel, Pottery Barn, Target, stores like that, finding what art they have sourced and they're offering, and ask ourselves, how can I make it better and more affordable? We do that all the time. We do that in our personal homes. We do it all the time. Like Courtney once found a piece of art that was like $500, and she's like, I want to make this with like clay and then glue it and then paint it and it'll be the same thing. And that's what she did. She spent like 2 weeks doing it. She had so much fun. She made our kitchen a wreck and it was so much fun. But that's what I think more people need, is allowing themselves to get inspiration from others and not feel like to be original, you have to look at a blank screen and ask yourself, how in the heck am I going to fill this? Or how in the heck, all of those things, right? I think it's really, really important to stop trying too hard. I think, it being super hard does not equal great results. Letting it be hard does not equal great results. And I really want you to sit with that. I really want you to consider that when you are designing your next project, right? Because if you want to get to that next level, you're going to have to use different levers to fast track your process, right? It's going to help you, never hurt you. Kimberly says, I just didn't want to feel like I was imposing on others' ideas. Kimberly, I want to offer you this thought. And you can just see how it lands. You can see what you think about it. And I would love to know. I would love for you to consider, what if there is no original work, right? So what if you believe, if you think that everyone's like shared ideas, then you won't feel like it's being stolen or really graspy. When I think that I'm taking ideas, or that there's even ideas to steal and take, that feels very scarce to me. It feels really tight, makes me feel uncomfortable. But if I believe that there's endless possibilities, there are endless ideas out in the world, that if I get inspired by something totally different than what I'm making, or use it in a totally different way, that feels so easy and airy for me. And I think that's something that a lot of people, we need to bring in more and make it we need to make it acceptable. We need to make it acceptable for people like me, who is not a designer. I am not going to sit here and try to tell y'all I'm a designer. I want to be able to make things look like I designed it and it looked good while not being a designer, which is why I think everyone should be in digital design for creatives. Because if you are someone who doesn't want to be labeled a designer, this program's for you. If you're someone who wants to be a designer but needs to understand Canva at like a fundamental level and want to understand how to get the most out of it, I think the program is for you, right? I totally think it's for you. Liz says, I'm getting inspired right now by looking at other designs and making them my own. Perfect. I love it, love it, love it. Yes, you don't have to make a project exactly like it. Change it up and put your own spin. A great example, if you're designing a business logo, okay? If you're designing a logo, I would not look at a blank screen and try to make a logo. I would not do that. I also would not, say you're making a craft brand logo, I would not go look at a bunch of craft brands at all. I would not, okay? What I would do is I would go to food brands. I would go to personal care brands. I would look at any brand that serves the same audience that is outside of my industry. And I'd find logos I love as inspiration and starting points, not copy them, but give your brain something that you're like, oh, I like this part of it, I like this part of it, and start pairing it together. But it's not copying from anyone in your industry. You're crafting something new, something fresh, which I really get excited about. This tip needs to be listened to many times over on repeat, many times over. Tara, I love it, love it, love it. So good, so good. Yes, you can screenshot all types of graphics for inspiration. You can always use that. I love using different shirts or frames or like any type of art as like inspiration to build my own, right? I've done that many times. Many of our projects at Makers Gonna Learn was once inspired by something store-bought, all over, all the time. I could name you so many stories of that happening, okay? Now, number 3, if you have this thought, this is why you should join Digital Design for Creatives, because I just want to really lay this down and really let you know that you can be as creative as you're allowing yourself, okay? I want you to allow yourself to be as creative as you want to be, okay? So good. Bobby Jean, hi Makers Group. I actually paid for membership for all last year without making one project. I'm trying to get out of my fear of making a mistake versus going for it. Bobby Jean, so great that you're here, number 1. Hello, my friend. Number 2, thank you for being a member. But number 3, thank you for showing up and just being so vulnerable. I just want to hold that space and say thank you. What I want to say directly to you about making a mistake versus going for it is I make mistakes all the time, in my crafting, in my life, in my parenting. I think we all do. So I really just want to normalize that for you, that as a crafter that has been making and crafting and creating for over 13 years, I fail often. And there's nothing to be scared about it because I learn something every single time. I'm constantly growing and evolving. And what I want to offer you is that if you fail, it is a learning opportunity, which we all know. So bear with me. But here's what happens. Here's what I want to show you. I've failed, let's say 20 times, 20 different crafts projects this year so far, which would average out to be multiple a month, right? But we could look at this cup and it could be half empty. Tanner failed 20 times. Or we could say, Tanner, you've probably made over 20 projects to have failed 20 times. So let's say I had one fail per project. Are you willing to allow yourself to possibly fail to have the outcome of completed projects that you made? That's incredible. That's what we're after. And let me just normalize failing again. I still do it, and I've been crafting 13 years. It's not that bad, I promise. So that fear is going to be so worth overcoming. And once you have a craft fail, it's no big deal. Like, you will be like, oh, was that what I was scared of? Why? Like, I promise. Like, just allow yourself to fail. That's number one, and that's for everyone in the room, but specifically for you, Bobby. Number one. Number two, here's what I want you to do. It's scary picking the first project. I would pick a project from the 30 days to master your Cricut challenge inside the membership. Now, if you're not inside the membership, get in there, get started. It's incredible. You're going to love it. I know Bobby's already a member, so if you're here and you're not a member, let me know. I'll give you a coupon code for the membership. It has over 14,000 files, a full intensive Cricut course, yada, yada, yada. But what I want you to do is I want you to get in there and do one of those projects start to finish. And I'm talking, you do the step, you pause the video. You watch the next step, you pause the video, you do the step. Like, really intentional for that first project. Because once you make your first project, you're going to be addicted and you will go for the races. So you've got this, my friend. Congratulations. So good. So good. Yes, so good. We love it, love it, love it. And see everyone else here, yeah, such a great group to be at, my friends. So good. Okay, so secret number 3. This is one that we all can relate to. Are y'all ready? Thinking only a designer can do it. Or, this one I think we all relate to. I would try to design that, but I'm not a designer. I love the excuses our brain offers us. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. All the time. Only a designer can do it, or I would try to do it, but I'm no designer. Happens to me all the time. And what really can happen is you will raise your baseline designing the more you challenge it, the more you push for it, the more you allow yourself to try new things. That's why we ultimately decided to build out, this Canva course, is because we wanted to push not only our own creativity, but we wanted to help you guys level up as well, and to level up in a software that is compatible and so valuable, whether you use Cricut or not. And you can make awesome Cricut files. It just goes on and on. Like, it's so valuable, and you're going to really, really enjoy it. So I want you to think about that last project you had considered designing or, challenging yourself to make, but you didn't because you were like, oh, only a designer could do it. I'm no designer, not It's just not something I should even try, right? Do you ever shut yourself down before even allowing yourself to give it a shot? That's what I'm talking about. Like self-opting out of everything you could do because you're like, oh, not for me. That's just too complex, not for me. That's what I want you to really consider. Angela says, my fear is that no one else will like it. Angela, if you're making for yourself, who cares? I love that. No, seriously, I think that happens to a lot of us. I think that totally happens to so many of us where we're like, no one else is going to like this. I don't know if I, should even spend the time making it. What I know will happen is like making YouTube videos, right? Your first video, I just posted on Instagram, one of my very early videos, and I'm like, oh, this is so bad. Like, right? What happened was, that was my baseline of making videos then. But similar to you, those videos were not great. I'm not saying your first project that you design on your own is going to be great. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it'll create your baseline, and similar to the way I make videos, I was on a call with someone and they were like, oh, I can tell your older videos are old. I'm like, yeah, that's true. But what happened was your videos get better and better as you do what? You make videos. Similar to designing a craft project. The way you design day one is not how you're going to design forever. So even if you have the thought, no one likes it now, just know it's not always going to be that way, that you're going to improve, you're going to get better as you design. And it's probably that you're being too hard on yourself today, but I still don't think that thought is worth you not designing anyway, right? Notice how it's like, oh, no one's going to like it, I shouldn't even try. Okay, allow yourself to believe that no one else is going to like it. I'm fine with that, but you have to do it anyway. You have to keep designing, right? That's not a good enough reason to self-opt out, because even if you're having that thought, it tells me that you want to be designing. It tells me that you want to be creating, that your soul wants to create. So I don't think it's a good enough reason to not create because you think no one else will like it. I hope that makes sense. Candy Clark, I can't sign up now because I'm going to miss the rest of the video. Candy, click the link. It'll open in a new tab, or you can register after. I put it in the description. So get in tonight so that you get one of the early bird spots before we kick off tomorrow. Okay? So good. So that's secret number 3. Secret number 4, I want to dive into, and I'm going to save time for Q&A here at the end. So stick with me. We have a giveaway. Not trying to push your design skills, sticking to the same old. Not trying to push your design skills and sticking to the same old. Does anyone else feel like they've been doing the same thing over and over and over, right? That is probably because you have. So I want to challenge you this summer, whether you want to do this inside our program or not, I want to challenge you this summer to level up your designing. It was very intentional that we are doing this program over the summer. You can be as busy as the busiest person on earth. You can be traveling all over the world. You can be doing all those things, okay? This program, you can do the whole program wherever you're at. Wherever you are, traveling, in the camper, on an airplane, at the beach, like wherever you're at with the time that you have, you can apply this program, right? You can take the course, you can apply it, you can design on the go, things like that. So it's super, super fun, and we love, love, love it. So I want to challenge you, whether you're doing it inside the program or not, to stop not trying to push your skills. Like I want to challenge you to spend the summer leveling up that baseline. So whatever your baseline skill is, think of those 3 to 5 bucket list design skills that you want to feel comfortable doing. It could be simple as, designing with fonts, like knowing how, like a good font pair that looks visually appealing. It could be designing branding and understanding branding and things like that. So it could be a vast majority of different things. It could just be, I want to learn Canva so that I can make really cool things. Like it could be as simple as that. So it's so, so good. So fun. I've been making key rings to sell and started making ones with emergency contact details. Everyone loves them. They've been a hit with families that have disabilities. Zoe, congratulations. I celebrate with you, my friend. That is incredible. Lori says, I made a card for my aunt, a simple 3-layer cat. She absolutely loved it, called everyone to tell them and want to know where I got it. Aw, it's so good, Lori. Look what happens. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. It's so good. So that's super, super fun. So I just want to challenge you this summer. You know, we're about to kick off Memorial Day. And summer here in America goes from Memorial Day to Labor Day, right? Think about what you want to accomplish. Sometimes me and my friends will have like a bucket list of like summer activities we want to do, things like that. I want you to think about what new things you want to work on over the summer from a design perspective, okay? So I just want you to challenge yourself and to allow yourself to push those skills or goals because it's fun, okay? And number 5, here's what I want to tell you to stop doing. I want you to stop, this is what I think people are doing that I want you to push through. Said that wrong. Stopping when frustrated, okay? Here's what I see a ton happening in business, life, designing, crafting, all the things. When it gets hard, that is our sign to just stop. Just to pull back, to stop pushing through, to stop trying, to stop doing any of that. So I want you to seek support and guidance, whether that is if you end up doing the program, whether that is, YouTube videos, whether that is our member-only Facebook group, whether that's our email customer support. Use the resources you have to persevere and overcome whatever you're working on, right? So if you're in digital design for creatives, what that will look like is completing the homework. There's homework assignments, y'all. You're going back to school. You're doing a summer course. You will have to submit homework. I actually have a video teaching you how to submit your homework. So we've made everything super, super easy to understand and follow and things like that. But I want you to seek support and get guidance. So whether this is self-guided, here's the 3 skills I want to learn this summer. Here, I have 3 months, right? I have June, July, and August. I can learn 1 skill a month. If you're doing this on your own, finding support for that, or it's just saying, hey, I'm going to do the curriculum and I'm going to do the homework assignments. There's 4 or 5 homework assignments. And that is the awesome program. So that is what I want to encourage you to do, because here's where our brains kind of mess it up. When we're frustrated, we show that as a sign of oh, I shouldn't have done it. What happens is you'll never fail if you keep showing up to learn, right? It's never oh, I failed. It's oh, it took me double the time I thought it would. But notice that there's never failure in that. There was never failure in the, oh, it took me 5 years to have a successful business, right? If you think about it, I started my entrepreneurship journey in 2010 was when I started my channel. My first business was 2011. I had different iterations of my business that were pretty break even, not super great, until 2018, 2017 was before I got success. So people ask me all the time, Tanner, have you ever failed? And I'm ooh, I don't know if that's the word I would use. There was times it didn't work like I thought it would. I just did it. I just went a different direction and kept going a different direction. So if you're willing to stick with something long enough, you're totally going to be able to reach your goals. Totally going to be able to reach your goals. So that's why I just want to encourage you, when you stop because you're frustrated, it's, again, not a good reason to stop, okay? Seek support, seek guidance, use your resources to help you, use your time, your money, your energy to support whatever you're working towards. Okay? Those are the 5. I am so, so excited. This is to kick off boot camp, y'all. I hope you revisit this training. It's going to be so good. If you did not hear my announcement earlier on, we only have 100 spots left to get you either a seat in Digital Design for Creatives or the bundle. Okay, the bundle is saving almost $300 to bundle and save for your Digital Design for Creatives course that kicks off on June 4th. It gets you a Makeathon 2025 ticket, but not only that, you're getting a mystery box claimed and secured. No additional fee, the lowest price. This is lower than Black Friday, all of it. You're getting this bundled and saving today. It's incredible, okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you, if you have not registered for this program, I want you to go claim your spot. If you do the bundle, there is a payment plan option. Please take advantage for either, you can split it in 2 payments for either program. If you want to do just Digital Design for Creatives or you want the bundle, you're going to want to come to Makeathon 2025. It's getting better every year. This will be our 3rd year. You get a mystery box valued at probably close to $100 and all the things needed to make the projects at Makeathon. It's incredible. We had so many participants this past year, had unbelievable amount of success. It is awesome. If you have questions about Makeathon, please let me know. I'd love to answer them. It's the first Saturday in March every year. So book your calendar off. You're crafting with us. It's a virtual craft conference, but you get the physical supplies and material from our partners and us. So it's super, super good. So get in there if you haven't already. Love it, love it, love it. Let me know what your questions are. Please, if you have questions on Canva, Cricut, designing, the course, any of that, please let me know. I would love, love, love to help let you guys know. The kickoff date for Digital Design for Creatives, it's like a Netflix show, y'all. It's like a Netflix show dropping. We are launching all the curriculum at once. What? So you can binge it, just like you would on Netflix, okay? Super, super fun. So that's June 4th. So good. Boot camp is this week, 1:30 p.m., Monday to Friday this week. So super good, super, super good, okay? So fun. Love it. Just can't quit. That's when you fail. Exactly, Liz. Got to persevere. Will homework be due on certain date or just as you go? Just as you go. Great question. I get it. Your summer's crazy, as is mine. That's why we're doing this not on launch week of the course. My schedule did not perfectly line up for that. So I just wanted to get to spend time with you guys and do this week. It's kind of like additional Canva training, and I know a lot of you have questions about Canva, so I wanted to support you there. So it's going to be really, really awesome, and I cannot wait for you guys to really dive in, to see the curriculum, to apply it. If you've never used Canva, I think you're going to be really impressed at this boot camp this week. Our entire business and crafts run off Canva, so you're going to have a lot of fun. So it's going to be so good. So yay! Sometimes if I stop a project, go back to it later, I usually have a different perspective. So true. So, so true. I will say, giving yourself that allowance to stop a project or halt a project or pause a project is sometimes a little bit, you have to trust yourself that you'll come back. I've coached a lot of people that don't want to come back. They start a lot of things and they don't finish. So if you become someone that is not finishing enough things, then the question is, why? And possibly creating a boundary where you're becoming someone that, if I start it, I'm going to finish it. And that, for most of us, is what we have to do. So anyway, so good. Oh, Angela, this is my first live. Oh my gosh, can't believe all this time. Thought I had to do it all by myself. I'm excited now. Angela, no, you are not going to have to do this by yourself. We're here for you all day, every day. We're probably one of the only communities online that offer so much live streaming. I love to live stream. I think it's like one of my favorite things. I find it's way more productive. I'm like better on camera when I'm live. I just kind of roll with things, so it's so good. I love it. Robin asked earlier, at what point would you see that it was time to create a membership? So Robin, I love my membership. I don't know if you've been to some of my trainings, which is why you're asking. I'm teaching more business trainings right now, just because I feel like the Lord told me to, and I want to help more business owners, change their life and impact more people. So if you're asking that question, at what point would you see it time to create a membership? It's really when you know you want to impact more people than you could handle one-on-one, right? And what I mean by that is you kind of have to have a lot of belief in yourself that you can create a community that people will want to come. And I had to believe that this community would be interested in being a community before it happened. What you may not know about me and my journey is that my previous career, like on the internet, was just being a blogger and making videos about general DIY. It was not fun. It was fun. But I worked for brands like Home Depot, Lowe's, Nationwide Insurance, and that's how I made my money, like working for brands about crafts. So anyway, I didn't really have a community. I didn't have a connection. So when I went all in to build this community, I had to burn the boat. People got mad. People didn't like it. People are like, why are you teaching a Cricut machine? What is this? They're expensive, all of that, right? I had to have so much belief in space that they would come. And that is what I want to challenge you to think about is, are you ready to create an atmosphere of people, for people to come, right? You kind of have to they say in the Bible, if you make the table, they'll come. It's very much like that. So anyway, I would have to have more context, but I thought that would be important for a lot of you. So on my first live as well. So good. So good. Welcome everyone. Yes, we'll be live every day this week. And if you're here and you're not in the membership, y'all, what are you doing? Our membership is the place to be. You do not want to miss out. You will want to get in there. It's going to be so much fun. And I just want to go ahead, for anyone that's not a member, I just want to give you a coupon code. So, love it. I'm going to drop, you can use the coupon code CRAFT40 for a year membership, and you can dive in today. So we'd love to have you. If you have not went ahead and grabbed your digital design for creatives with the bundle and you already have membership, I'll drop that link as well. So the heart eye emoji is digital design for creatives with the bundle. Membership is the fire emojis. Our membership has so much good stuff, thousands and thousands of downloads, 1,000 fonts, commercial use license, courses, over $600-700 of value all in there. So when you sign up today for a year, use the coupon code CRAFT40, and here's the deal. You are going to say yes to a year of crafting with me and the whole team. So any YouTube project, any YouTube, live stream, exclusive projects in the membership, but all the videos you've been seeing on YouTube, you'll be able to recreate in the membership, which is so fun. So anyway, love it, my friends. I hope you all have an amazing Sunday evening. I will see you back here real soon. If you have any other questions, be sure to reach out to our team, hi@makersgonnalearn.com, and we'll see you back here real soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. See you.